Hello! Welcome to a new vlog. I had some breakfast. It was really yummy. I ate eggs and bacon. And I had a black battery, which used to be a thing a few years ago, which was like a limited edition. And then it disappeared, obviously, because it was a limited edition. And I used to love it. And then I saw it in the store yesterday. And I had to try it to remember if it was actually as good as in the past that I thought. And it was like, it just tasted candy, to be honest. I don't know why I loved it, but I had to try. Now I'm energized because today we are starting a new readathon, and this is another, the computer's very noisy, 48-hour readathon with my Patreons. Theme this time around is cozy. Last time it was like scary, and now we are having a cozy readathon because it's November. I was gonna say zooming into Christmas. Is that an expression? I don't know. And I'm gonna read some cozy books today. Last time I read crime and death and scary stuff, but this time I'm reading cozy. So obviously if you want to catch these readathons, you should join Patreon, just saying. But it's also fine if you don't. You can join here in the vlog, which is also fun. I'm also watching World Semi-Finals. It is Saturday the 11th of November, whenever you're watching this. So the semi-finals are running now. Next week is finals. So I have that on because always I have to watch it. Tomorrow my favorite team is playing, so I don't know how I will cope with that. I don't care as much about these teams, but I want to see like the plays and like who's going to win. But also, of course, I have to read. So we're going to start in 18 minutes. We start like 10 my time. Why don't I have internet? Why is it so bad? What's going on? Am I connected to the wrong internet? Yep, I am. That's why it's so bad. And I don't know what to read because I have obviously different cozy books on my TBR. I have a lot of romances, but I don't know if, that was loud. I don't know if I want to read romance like the whole time because I feel like that's a bit much. Like I don't want to sit there and just read romance. I hope I have some cozy fantasy. What other things are cozy? I don't know apparently, but I will figure it out. I will talk a bit with my patrons, like what should I read? They usually help me decide. And then I will get back to you when I decided. My goal is usually 5 books. Then I usually read 3 the first day, which is today, and then 2 the next day for this, because then I'm a bit burnt out. I think I have 4 as a goal this time around because I get a bit less reading time tomorrow for reasons. But at the same time, I think I will read them faster because I don't need to read like really thick books or like thick fantasy stuff because I don't think that that's cozy in a way. I'm looking around like, what can I read? I don't know. Maybe we shall see. I might read more than I think. And I also have a bit of manga plans this time around as well. I'm not going to read a 10-volume manga series this time, but I have a manga series I want to get through, which is really short. So I will show you that when we get to it so that you don't get all the stuff now. That's a bit boring. I am gonna go and watch some Worlds, set up the sprints, and you shall see me very soon. Hello, set up the camera on the thing. Last time we were here and I set up the camera like this, it fell and broke. So don't break, please. Now, we decided on my first read. We had a little chat, a little chit chat, and I decided to read Stardust, my Neil Gaiman. So this is a book that I wanted to read for many, many years. I watched the movie as a kid. It was like one of my favorite movies. I know it's like controversial if it's good or not compared to the book, but as a kid, I loved the movie. And I never read the book. And I bought it now, I mean, like 1-2 years ago or something, and I still haven't read it. And now I thought it's a perfect time. It's like very cozy movie. So I feel like the book is cozy too. I mean, Neil Gaiman in general writes cozy. A lot of cozy books. Not all of his books are cozy, but a lot of them. So I'm excited to see if I will like it. It follows Tristan, who goes into the land of fairy to get a star for a person he has fallen in love with. And it's very short actually. It's like 200 pages. You see how fast I finish it, but I think it will go pretty fast. It's like the font is huge and stuff. I thought for some reason when I was younger that it would be a book that was really thick because of the movie was like really adult for me, but it turns out that that's not true apparently. So yeah, let's start this first read for the readathon, and I will report back to you with thoughts or whatever happens next. Hello, I have now had 2 sprints, or like we're in the second one, and I finished Stardust, which was very cute. It's very cozy. It's based on fairy tales, which I feel like are the cozy vibe I want. Unless you read Grimm Fairy Tales original form, but you know what I mean. And just full of Tristan growing out as characters. I really enjoyed how like the other characters, I was at first like, oh my god, they're kind of mean, but they weren't really mean after all. So I thought it was really interesting. I think the ending is a bit funny. I kind of forgot how convenient it is, but it definitely has like the very like typical fairy tale feel where like this boy goes on a quest which seems impossible and then like grows as a person, etc. And overall, really enjoyed. It was a good time. I would give like 3.5, but I love the chaoticness. I think it's in general a fun story, even though I can also definitely tell it's written a few years ago because of some like the words used, etc. I had a good time. Like, it wasn't bad or anything like that, but it wasn't like a new favorite, but still enjoyable. I would recommend and happy I read it. So now I'm gonna read a manga, which is Orange Volume 1 by Ichigo Takano. This was really popular on BOOKCLUB a few years ago when like it came out, and it is a story about mental health where we have Naho, who get a letter from himself in the future who tells her to try to befriend this boy that is not alive in the future. So it has like a lot of like discussions or like themes of depression, sadness, but also like friendship and love. And it's very sad, but it's kind of very cozy as well. It's weird to describe. I have actually already read this a few years ago and I have watched the full anime, so like I know what it entails. But I never finished it, and now I have the second one as well. So I want to like finish I was going to say duology, but finish the whole story in like manga format. And also it's been a few years since I watched anime, so I want to see if I enjoy it as much as I did then. It was like everyone was talking about this when it came out. Everyone was reading this. I remember like on BookTube, even though people in general maybe didn't read manga, they read this one. And it's very good story about mental health, I think. We just see if I enjoy it as much now. It was just, I was reflecting on the fact that it's very yellow on top and just not at all on the bottom, because that's what happens when it's in the shelf, which is a bit annoying. Can at least both be yellow? Either way, I am gonna read this now for this coziness. It's a bit thick, you know, so it would take me a little while. And I will read my next read, which I will get back to you on what it is. Excited to finish it up. I think maybe they added more like spin-offs in the series, so I might check that out to see if I'm interested in reading those outside the main story. Yay. I'm dead. I had to comment on the fact that, as we know, the letter sent 10 years in the future. And I remember when I was reading it, I was just like, oh my god, she's so old. Or not like old. Not that anything's wrong with being old either, but I was just thinking so mature. Oh my god, like she's just a teen, you know? 10 years in the future, Naho is 26, which is my age. And you see her in the future for a bit and how she's living her life. It's not like my life. And I was just like, oh my god, because when I was reading this, I was not that age. And it's so weird, like, what age means and like all that, and I just got the whole like, shit, she's my age. No. Either way, that was all. Bye. So many hours later. I used a really long time finishing Orange because I had like 2 periods where I didn't read anything because I had to fix some like booking stuff for my next Oslo trip. I finished it. Kind of forgotten how sweet it is. It made me cry like almost 4 times. It is so sad. I don't think it is a good pick for this readathon. I don't think it is cozy. It's like a lot about friendship and like obviously them trying to save someone who is very depressed. I feel like that pressure though on like a teenager to save someone who's so depressed, when you think about like that, is not a good thing. And obviously he should have had professional help, because I don't think a 16-year-old child, when I think about it like now, could save someone. I mean, obviously it's super helpful to have helpful friends and supportive people around you, but like, I don't think you should idealize that it is your sole responsibility as a 16-year-old. That's what I was trying to say. That you should be there for them, etc. But if you look away from that, it's a very sweet story about friendship, and it's so sad, but it's so like my heart, and I almost cried the whole time. And like looking at Naho and how she like clearly has a lot of anxiety growing out of her shell for this as well, it's just my heart. I think a cozy manga, I wouldn't read this as a cozy manga. Maybe like Bloom Into You or like Flying Witch would be better, I feel like, for the vibes. This is more on the sad side, but still kind of cozy because it's still comforting, but very sad. But I finished it. I'm gonna read the second part, but I need to read another book. It's already like 3. We've been here for 5 hours and I finished like one 200-page book, and I think manga, that's it. I should be ashamed. But our next read is As Parker Doesn't Fall by Ashley Herman Brake. This one is the second one in this series where it's like, I think I don't know if it's a trilogy or more books. It's all sapphic, and we have different characters, couples. I think they're all like in the same town. And in this one, we have two people who's gonna meet. I don't know exactly which tropes they have. I think one of them is be like professional architect lady, another one is like a builder, a bit more like handy lady, and they're gonna fall for each other. And I'm gonna read this romance book and enjoy it. I really enjoyed the Lila Bard. The Lila Bard. That is a character change of magic. What's it called? Green. Delilah Green? I can't see the title from here. I really enjoyed that one. So now I'm excited to see if I will like this one as much. I ran out to buy it when I finished Delilah, and I had not reading it until now. It's almost a year later. I think I read it in December last year, if I remember correctly. So let's see if I enjoy it. This is definitely close to those romance, etc. So let's go. Are you all getting tired of the same angle? I'm sorry, but not really. So it's been a longer while. I ate and I didn't get film because there was nothing appetizing to film. I only ate leftover pizza. So I finished Asbury Parker Doesn't Fall. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the characters, their dynamic, their stories, their development, the development of the story. I'm really excited to read Iris Keller, which I also have and I really want to read now, but I don't know if I will actually read it now. I felt like it had many good moments. Really liked the anticipation, really liked I'm sorry, my voice. The story building up for them to be together, and I overall really enjoyed it. So I gave it 4 to 5 stars. Really overall enjoyed this romance series a lot. I said earlier, I don't remember, did I say it in the vlog or in the spreads, that it reminds me of like the Brown sisters and like the kids Quanchant, I don't know how to say it, by Helen Wong. Like these three like remind me a lot of each other in like the way they do romance, kind of like different than like Icebreaker, kind of, because that's a different vibe. But yeah, really enjoying it. Now I'm gonna read Orange 2, which finishes this story, even though 2 more volumes actually are released, which I'm thinking I will get. And it also has like a bonus, like standalone other manga series in the end. So I'm gonna read that now. I'm excited to maybe also cry, because I like literally was in tears 4 times in the first one. And here all the extra sad parts happen. Hello! Why is the light so sad? Either way, I finished Orange. I almost cried. I had tears in my eyes, but didn't drop, but I almost cried. I would be honest, I didn't really care about like the other story we had in the end, like a standalone, the manga. I read the whole thing, but I didn't really care. It's like about 2 twins that wanted to date guys that didn't want to date guys. It was like very too much lighthearted after finishing Orange. And I don't really get why they put it in this to make it look thicker. I don't really get it, because like I feel like most people picked up this was only interested in the Orange story, and then like came to the other story, was like, what? I don't understand. I'm not saying that the story was bad. I was just like, didn't really care for it, and I didn't think it was amazing either. I kept confusing the characters. It's a beautiful story about friendship and love, but it's very sad. Why is cozy equals sad most of the time, I feel like? I don't know why. But yeah, really great. I think I like the first one more. I don't know why, I just did. So I actually rounded up to 5 on Goodreads, while I'm giving this one a 4, a strong 4. So now I've been considering what I'm going to read next. I feel like we are maybe in a last sprint, because then we've been in live for 11 hours. So again, if you want to do Patreon, you get very long days with me when we have these readathons, and other days also I'm also sprinting, but usually not for 11 hours. I'm going to read a moment book, which is the first one officially in the series. It's very tiny. It's very tiny, I know. But it's a readathon, so we are allowed. And I do want to do a vlog where I like read all of the moment books, because I have now all of the like official books. There's many adaptations, many like collections of moment books, many like picture books. There's actually 4 official picture books, but like other than those, like there's many other adaptations, like children's books. I even have like a moment book that is like kind of an adaptation of the stuff. These are like the official books that Tove Jansson wrote, and I want to do a vlog where I read all of them, I think, and I will obviously clue this, but I can still read it here, and then I would just talk about it in the vlog, which I will film the first clip of tomorrow then, when I don't look like shit. It's very short, the first book. I was actually very surprised. It's like 54 pages, so obviously it's a very short book, but I don't mind. I feel like I want to see where it all began. I obviously watched Moomin, and I read adaptations, etc., but I never read the official books, so that's what I always want to do, and I realized I need to repeat all this in my Moomin vlog. Very excited. I love Moomin so much. So very excited to see how the official books are. I think they're going to be weird, to be honest. And yeah, that's going to be my next read. I'll let you know when I'm done. That was a very fast read, because as I said, it was like 50 something pages. And it's literally a children's book as well. But like the font is huge. Look at this. Like, yeah. Either way, the other books in the series are thicker and have more text on the pages. It's just this first one is like a different format altogether. I don't know why. It's annoying because it doesn't match the others. This one follows, I don't know the names in English. I only know the Norwegian names because I always read it in Norwegian. But it follows Moomin and his mother, which in Norwegian is Mumi Mama. And they're looking for the father, which is Mumi Papa, because they like are separated. They've been separate for a while, it seems like, and then they're trying to find him, and they go like on a chaotic journey and meeting other people. Like there was chocolate bushes. It was really, really weird. It was written really weird as well. I was just like, why the sentence is so weird? I don't know. It's because it's old or because of the translation, but it's only translated from Swedish. I don't know. I have no idea. It was weird. But like the figures, the characters, like the figures where they are, like it ends up like, is that a spoiler? I don't know. But it ends up like where we know the characters to be. And I was like, oh, it warmed my heart. And it's like, no, the rest of the books are like more stories from the world. And that's all I want in my life. That's all I want. I want to see the original stories in the original forms. And like the characters, like the creatures, they're so unique. And the fact that she made this and like, it's so impactful on people today. I love it. Love it so much. That was that read. I guess we give it like a 4. It's a really weird book to rate, I think, since it was so short and like, yeah. But I'm excited to like read the more like full-length books to see how I feel about those. But I want to obviously read the first one first. Now, we only have like 29 minutes left of this sprint, and I am thinking of ending it there today. But I can maybe start my next read, which I have already decided. I think I'm going to read Before Your Memory Fades by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I could have read another romance, but I want to read this instead. This is the third book in Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, which basically is set in this cafe in Japan that you can travel in time in. And we have different characters doing this for different reasons. And the stories sometimes connect together-ish in a way. So the first one was like really good. The second one was good, but not as good as the first one. It's a very cozy, like cafe thingy, but it's also very sad again, because like these characters sometimes obviously they want to travel in time to meet someone that has died, but then also it's like cozy feelings. I don't know why, but it's like a thing where things that are cozy are also sad. It's just a thing. But yeah, I want to read this, which I want to do now. So obviously I'm not going to finish this today in 30 minutes. It is, oh my god, the pages are so thick. I thought it was 300 pages because that's what it looks like. It's only like 200 something. It looks like this is thick. I thought that, wait, what? I thought that this looks thicker than the other one. And I thought that that was more than 300 pages. I'm going to double check. Okay, apparently Taste from the Cafe is only 192. So this is a bit thicker, but it just looks like it was like 300. This is another short book, because that's what you do for readathons, obviously. Not always. You get what I mean. So I'm going to read this, at least start it, and then I will probably upload you tomorrow or later tonight. I am making a cozy breakfast for a cozy readathon while watching T1 play, as you can hear. Good Sunday. I am Naomi's Prince, and I'm watching Worlds, because I can't do anything until I watch it done. So I'm lying here like this. I'm very cozy. So that's the point of the readathon. Yeah, I will try to read it before your memory fades later. I just want to watch Worlds. So, see you later. Okay, hello. So I did eventually finish off watching Worlds, and now I did finish Before Your Memory Fades. This one is the third one in the series of Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which is a really like sweet series, as I said, where we are in cafes, but you can travel in time. In this one, the cafe was in Hakodate in Hokkaido, which is weird to say. Hakodate. Hakodate is how I would say it, which is where I lived when I was in Japan. So I got very emotional when they were describing the town and making the atmosphere for the story, and I was like, fine, just take me back, please. Obviously, we are more inside the cafe and about the characters than like out and about in Hakodate. But it was so weird. It was really weird. I love it. Every time the city is mentioned, I'm like, it's really great. I had a good time. I feel like I confused the characters a bit, but they have interesting relationships and like complexities for reasons to travel in time, and it's a sweet time. Very cozy and fitting for this readathon. Makes me want to take and drink something hot. Now, I am leaving for dinner in about 2.5 hours. So I think we're going to do two, like we're in the middle of sprint now, which is a lot left off, and then another one, and then probably end like the sprint, so that's the sprint more later. But I have one last read. I think this will be my last read, which I decided would be Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. This one I think is more for YA than like the Brown Sisters were. They were like an adult trilogy. Wow, the glow of light in my hands. This one is more like a cute YA, I think. So I don't think it's going to be smutty, which obviously I don't mind, but I think it's going to be cute. So I will read another romance. Seems like one of the main characters has OCD, and these two people will fall in love. There is a campfire here, and they are like, you know, they're like out, like it looks like they're carrying stuff to go camping. So are we going to go out in the wild? We shall see, we shall see. I will start it now, and I'll let you know what happens. Hello, it is like Tuesday. So on Sunday I go home and then I watch Lord of the Rings, and I finished Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. And it was cute. Like, it was not amazing best book ever, but it was good for what it was. Like, it was a cute romance. I enjoyed it. I gave it like 3.5, rounding it up to 4. I think I enjoy like Ashley Parker more because I like that connection between the characters more. Because here these two characters like kind of dislike each other because they used to be friends and then weren't friends anymore, and then like they're really like snappy against each other, but that like passed really fast, so it was a bit boring. Yeah, it's so funny because in the beginning of the Astrid Parker one they also were really snap at each other and then started to like each other, and then it quickly was over as well. So it's the kind of the same thing over and over in these romances. But yeah, and then I didn't finish my vlog yesterday because I woke up, I was super sick, like super cold. I still have a cold, but like I feel a bit better today, hopefully. I am saying that now, but I usually feel like worse or out like in the day, so hopefully like I will feel a bit more perky as I'm doing now. Like, I even had a shower, I even like made food, so yeah. But we shall see how much more crappy I feel as the day passes on. But I still want to wrap up this vlog because I just need to be in bed. I'm not even sitting here, I just sat here to finish this vlog, so maybe I can edit this. So then I thought I might as well wrap this up. But yeah, I ended up enjoying it fine. It was cute. So now I have this is a wrap up for my readathon. I read 7 books. Granted, 2 of them were manga, but they were at least thick manga. But like the Moomin book was really small. And then the other like 4 books I read were also like super tiny and super easy reads. So I don't know, but still 7 books, that counts. But it was easy reads. It was easy reads today or in the weekend. I feel good about it, and I had a good time. And I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Always fun for you to watch these, even though like if you can't be in a readathon, which I completely understand. It's just I hope the vlogs are fun and not boring, which is what I was trying to say. But yeah, now I'm gonna go in bed and feel better, and you shall see me very soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I should see me soon. Leave a tree emoji down below if you enjoyed this. I should see me soon. Bye.